Ortiz versus Loma. Who you got? Let's talk.
Push the weight in the flex. The live is 1 in the 6. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon. Motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. All right, we got this fight coming up. Ortiz versus Loma. Who you got? I think Loma 25-1. Ortiz the underdog. Man, do I want to discuss why I don't think this fight shouldn't even be taking place? I mean, we could do that. I'll do it real quick. You know, he was in the Ukraine serving his country against the invasion from the Russians, and they let him leave to continue his boxing career. Now, I don't know what he's gone through. I don't want to undermine what's going on over there in the Ukraine. That's unfortunate. So now he's here. He's resumed his boxing career, and Ortiz is a tune-up. So everyone's putting their money on Loma. A lot of people. But Ortiz, I've seen in various articles saying, yeah, you know, I know I'm the underdog. However, I'm coming in here and I plan on shocking the world. I also know, salute to my brother, Kano Local Sports. He knows Ortiz personally. And something was brought to my attention. I know what he's getting as far as purse-wise. But something else was brought to my attention. Heard something about a hydration clause. And Jermaine's not going in there to take a dive. But I understand that there's a hydration clause. Has anyone else heard about this? And I believe my family. I believe them. Hydration clause. Look, the young man beat Jamel Herring. It's a great win. I'm looking at a number right now. I'm not going to disclose that. But in my opinion, it's not enough to be facing Vasily Lomachenko with a hydration clause. Now, I don't know what the hydration clause is. I can only imagine. This bout is at 135. All you got to do is make weight. A lot of guys, when they make weight and they rehydrate the next day, they could be like 10 pounds above that weight. Why there's a hydration clause, I don't know. I have no idea. But here's how I see things. The man came from war just like Usyk did, and Usyk didn't need no tune-up. He went straight at AJ and beat him. Now, I know these are two different men, but let me point something out. Vasily's 34 years old? So in dog years, he's getting up there in age. All right. Could this be a poor tune-up for him? We're going to find out. He may have picked wrong. Jermaine says, he knows he's an underdog, but he plans on shocking the world. I read various articles. I didn't read anything about a hydration clause, but I believe my brother. And I don't put anything past Lomachenko at this point. I mean, no disrespect to Ortiz, but if he's looking at him as a tune-up, you're the Matrix. What you need a tune-up for? Let me give you examples. Alexander Usyk, like I said a second ago, came from the war and went straight at AJ and was triumphant. Errol Spence had a horrible car accident. And when he got back in the seat, he said, "Give me Danny Garcia." And everyone was like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Watch this." He hasn't looked back since. A lot of heavy lifting. Lomachenko gets out. he comes home from the war, or not comes home, but he comes to the States from the war, and he wants Ortiz, which no disrespect to him, but he wasn't on anyone's radar. Now, this may be a cherry pick going wrong, because if it's a warm up, it's a tune-up fight, so it's a cherry pick. I mean, he could have came from war and said, all right, what's popping at 135? Shakur just won his last fight. Let me fight Shakur. You're the Matrix. What you need a warm-up for, man? But again, man, he's 34 years old. Is it going to show? I don't know. 34 years old. That could mean something. I mean, look, man. The side stuff with the hydration clause, that bothers me. And we will know if it shows its ugly face. I think Loma's a 25-1 favorite. My goodness. So, if you're a betting man, I mean, sheesh. Throw some money on Ortiz. I mean, throw $100 on Ortiz. Because a win will be a serious upset at this point. Who am I picking? You already know where I stand with this guy, Loma. He's been playing games for, as soon as he took that franchise status, I just lost it, man. I mean, I really lost respect. I'll be rooting for Ortiz, but is he going to beat Loma? I don't know. But I'll be rooting for Ortiz. And, that's just how I feel. Soon as you get your mitts on that franchise status, I just lose respect for you. I really do. All of this grief that Devin Haney's getting, and this guy can't find his way off of a pound-for-pound list. He has no belts and 2 losses that he never avenged. And he's still consistently ranked number 6 or 7 on these fools' lists. Whether it be ESPN or that god-awful Ring magazine. Ring magazine? They put Ronda Rousey on the cover of their magazine. Ring magazine? I believe they got Inouye sandwiched in between Bud and Errol. Those are the top 3 fighters in the world, pound for pound, y'all. That same list that can't find an undisputed fighter on there by the name of Jamel Charlo? What about Jamal Charlo, who's undefeated? Jamel avenged both of his losses with knockouts, and he's now undisputed. He can't find his way on the list. Devin Haney can't find himself on a list, so I'm supposed to root for Lomachenko? Sorry, he don't need my help, y'all. He does not. So I will be rooting for Ortiz. Is he going to do it? I don't know. I'm reading things about hydration clauses now. I'm not even going to get on the purse situation, but I hope Ortiz makes somebody a load of money. I hope they'll be able to pay a mortgage off of it. I mean, hell, I might drop, $100 on it just to see what happens. But what happens if Ortiz wins? Does that shake up the division? Probably. But I'll tell you what it'll do, more or less. Cause the focus will be more on him, on Loma losing, and the excuse will be the war and inactivity. And he'll get another shot. I bet you he'll get another title shot if he chooses not to retire. He'll get another shot. He'll get another title shot. Why? Because it's Vasily Lomachenko. In my Tim Bradley voice. Because it's Vasily Lomachenko. He could lose this fight, and by next summer, he will still be on the pound-for-pound list, and he'll find his way to get a title shot. Promise you. Because that's what they do. And this isn't hate. I'm just pointing out obvious things. This guy gets opportunity on top of opportunity. See that smile right there? Because he understands his privilege here in the States. He understands it. This is a man, when they tried to crown him pound for pound number 1, he said, no, I think it's Bud Crawford. He knows what time it is. But dude, you smiling like that when they gave you that franchise status. Oh, I'm sorry, you said you didn't ask for it. Well, Mauricio gave it to you, you accept it. So whether he's lying or you lying, the point is you had it. And I'm never going to forgive that, man. And privilege is unforgivable. So you don't need my help, dude. So I'll be rooting for Ortiz. I hope something special happens. But he is an underdog, a huge underdog, but I'll be rooting for him. Is he going to win? I don't know. Hydration clause, man. Hydration clause? You're the Matrix. Why would you need that? This is a cherry pick, man. Shakur is fresh. He barely broke a sweat in his last fight. Could have called him out, but whatever, man. I ain't gonna go there. It's whatever, man. So shout out to Ortiz. Hopefully you get it done. And it's no shade to Loma, but you just in the way at this point. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Bronx on deck.